Hi, my name's Kate Hemmings and I'm pleased to introduce you to LMC 18. I'm joined by LMC designer Corinne Bradd and she's here to talk about the latest kit, all the fantastic projects inside the magazine, and she's also going to be giving us a fab demonstration too. Hi Corinne.
Hello Kate.
So tell us about this kit.
The kit is lovely. The kits recently have been really, really beautiful.
Haven't
and this
they?
one is a vintage themed kit, but it's not a normal sort of a lot of vintage stuff is very dull.
Yeah.
This has got some great purples and pinks and greens. It's
of
like
glitter as well.
almost like a modern vintage. I know it sounds ridiculous, but you've got lots of Devore effect fabric papers. There's glitter papers, die cuts as usual, and some really lovely designs. Got ribbon. There's a host here of like pearlised flowers and gemstones. Some nice chipboard tags, and as usual, 10 card blanks and envelopes to get you started.
Absolutely loads in there this
Yeah,
time around.
there
You
is,
definitely
there
won't be
is.
disappointed. I absolutely love these papers.
I know you've got
Especially
your
the green
eyes on
ones.
them,
They're
haven't
just
you?
So, and I like that they're smaller panels, so you can literally just get cracking with them.
Yeah.
Use foam pads, stick them on a card, and get going
Yeah,
flaring.
yeah,
Brilliant.
this is it. And there's a lot in the kit. As you say, they are small panels, but to be honest, with a lot of the cards, you only need a small panel to get a really good effect. I mean, Brenda Harvey's made some lovely cards here, and what she's done is she's used her computer to print out her messages, and she's torn the paper to give it more of a vintage
that gives it a
feel.
really pretty effect,
Does. I mean,
actually,
this one
doesn't
here,
it?
I know you had your eye on this one with the camera, with all the torn. It's almost like a scrapbook card without the photograph.
Yeah, it's really nice. That'd be perfect for like a masculine card as
Definitely,
well, wouldn't it?
definitely.
These are by Amanda Walker, is that right?
Yeah, she's come up with some really pretty cards here.
That's
Again,
cool.
your favourite paper.
I
Now,
do
we can
love
tell
that
you like that
paper.
paper because you are covered in glitter from it, I believe.
Yeah, it's true. It's the crafty look. It's the crafty look. If you're a true crafty, you're always going to be covered in glitter.
My kitchen is always covered in
I
glitter.
can imagine. These
Whose
are by
these?
Liz Mode.
Oh, Liz Mode. Oh, yes. Now, those paper roses that she's starred on the front of there, which are done with a really easy paper folding technique. And we did do a video
Yeah,
few
Corinne
months back,
actually
didn't we?
demonstrated two-tone paper roses. So if you do want to know how to do those, then do check the archive because the demonstration will be there and you can combine that with different elements
And
of
it
your
was,
kit.
that was really thinking
And
about
that
it. It was a
looks
really
really
quick and
pretty.
easy way of making those roses. They look really, really
Now,
good.
these are the flick cool ones you were so eager to get
Yeah,
to, Corinne.
I love
really
those
like
cards.
this one, and I know you've got
This
your
is the one I
eye
like, the key one.
on
I like
this
the little
one.
key cupboard. I mean, it's great. It's just the ideas that she's come up with. And she's cut out the ovals from a piece of card, and then she's used the keys from the die-cut sheets and just mounted them with ribbon. I really love that idea. I don't know
really
why.
clever.
I think it's great.
Some beautiful cards. There's also some great features coming up in this issue, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a feature on how to use downloads. If you're downloading things off the internet, whether they're free downloads that you get from a lot of websites now as a gift, or whether you're buying downloads, a lot of these people, they do like printed paper packaging, and there's also decoupage sheets on there and toppers and all sorts of things like that, and you just buy the package, download the whole lot as a zip file.
Cool.
And then you can just print them out to your heart's content. But I think a lot of people are scared of using downloads. They are really very, very simple, and this feature shows you how to get the best from them.
Excellent.
So that's worth looking out at.
Excellent. We've also got a brilliant subscription gift.
Yes.
Which I have handily brought along with me. It's this
That's
fantastic...
small, isn't it?
Well, it's this fantastic pink craft table. Let's face it, you can't have small storage.
No. This is really good, actually. I've seen these before, and there's lots and lots of space in there for storing bits and pieces and pens, things like this. The other good thing is also it will stand up on your work surface, so you don't have to take everything out of it to use it. And they're really good to decorate. You know, the canvas will take fabric paint, as will this. I think we should have a word on the forum and get people to show us their decorated tote bags.
Definitely, because you can just jazz up this black bit
Can you do it as
here.
a competition?
I think we can. Come along to the forum and we'll have a fab prize for the best decorated crafty tote bag. So definitely come and check that one out. Now, Corinne, what are you going to be demonstrating for us
Well,
today?
I'm going to show you, we've got a feature there on how to get a distressed look and a vintage look on any sort of paper. So I'm just going to show you a few quick techniques.
Great.
The first one I'm just going to show you is metal embossing, which probably you've all seen before. Anything like that adds a great sort of antique-y feel to it.
It's an extra layer as well, isn't
Yeah.
it? Just extra detail and texture.
So what I've done is I've stamped a design onto embossing foil. Now, if
Okay.
you use a Stays-On ink pad, one of these Stays-On ink pads, it's a multi-surface ink pad. It works on metal, it works on glass, acetate. I can't live without it. It's great on stamp
Well, it gives
board,
you a lot
things
more
like that.
potential for interesting projects,
And
doesn't
it
it?
dries very, very quickly. So even, you know, with a lot of them, they will dry, but it takes so long to dry you
I'm
can't get
impressed with
cracking.
how the details come out on that
It
stamp.
does,
That
comes
looks
out really
great.
well. And then all I've done is if you take a small ball embossing tool and you just go over the edge of it. In fact, actually, I'm going to show you, if you do it on a couple of sheets of card,
Does that act as a sort of cushion
it does.
for it?
It acts as more of a cushion. You can get more of a deep emboss. What's handy about this
Oh, I
butterfly
see.
stamp, this butterfly stamp's from Heritage Rubber Stamps, even if you don't follow the outline exactly,
You still get
you've
the...
still got the design. Because you've got the ink on it, you can still see where the design is.
So you're not going totally freehand either.
No.
It gives you a nice
Gives you a
guideline, doesn't it?
And then also what you can do is you can then emboss, you know, the ribs of the wings, just to get a raised effect.
And that looks quite easy to do, is it?
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, you can leave it as a flat panel like this, or you can cut it out like this.
I do like the way it's cut out. I think
Yeah.
it looks really effective.
The other thing is once you cut it out, I mean, I'm going to show you an ink to paper technique in a minute, but once you've cut it out, you can either rub something like boot polish into the embossing to give it a more aged look.
It's very resourceful.
You can just rub your stays-on pad round the edge of it to give it a weathered look.
Okay.
I tell you, smell that.
Oh.
Nicest smelling ink pad in the world.
It does actually. A strange
Hair
press,
drops,
but
it is, yes. So anything like that, any elements like this, especially with the copper, they add a great look. And the other thing with copper, if you use pure copper sheet, is if you heat it with a heat gun, it changes colour.
Oh.
It will go through from copper to sort of pink to yellow and then back to copper again. So if you can just whack it on one side, you get this great graduated colour across it.
Fab.
I won't show you that at the minute because I don't have a heat gun with me.
Okay.
Another
What else have you
technique.
got for
What
us?
else have we got? We have got, let's tear some paper.
Okay.
Everybody can tear paper. Sorry, I've just knocked your card over.
It's quite all right, I forgive you.
If you tear paper in this direction, you'll end up with a white edge.
Okay.
Obviously, if you tear it again, you'll end up with a non-white edge.
Oh, I see. So depending on the direction.
Depending on which way, whichever piece you're bringing towards you, whichever edge you're bringing towards you, won't have the white edge. Once you've torn your paper, you can then ink it up again. Now, I'm going to use these chalk pads. These are nice. They're fluid chalks.
Do they go on as a normal ink pad?
They go on as a normal ink pad. They dry very, very quickly, and it's a really subtle tone.
It's a nice
And what you
colour.
can do, that's a lovely colour. That's pink pastel. They
are very.
The colour box ones. You can mix your colours.
Oh, I see. So it creates a bit of a blend.
Yeah. So you could start, you know, with like an orange tone down one side.
Lovely.
Now, tearing is great if you just want to do straight lines. If you need to do something that you need to shape around, say you have a tag and you need to shape around the tag, if you just get a paintbrush and some water and you paint your design, actually I'm going to do this on the reverse of this because then I can see what I'm doing more easily. You just paint.
So you're just painting the outline of a shape?
Yeah, I'm just painting the outline of a shape
Okay.
in water. Be quite generous with your water. Okay. Give it a couple of minutes to soak in. You can see where it's soaking in now, where it's just darkening. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it tears much, much more easily. In fact, you can just pull it apart along the fibres because what's happened is the water has
Softened it.
weakened the fibres and you get a much better result.
Oh, yeah. I'd never thought of
And you
doing
get
that.
a much softer tear
That's
as well.
really good.
Again, you can then coat them with ink pads. The other thing you can do is you can just screw it up into a ball.
I thought you were throwing it away then.
No, because the other thing is if you get some of these distress inks, these are the Tim Holtz ones,
Yeah.
if you just give it a quick swipe over,
Oh, and it pulls out a certain...
look, and those inks soak in, and then you can flatten it with an iron and use it. The other thing, if you spritz it with water, it will spread it more.
Brilliant.
I also want to show you with those, I'm just going to give you them.
Okay.
With these flock papers, the other thing that you can use with the flock papers is if you get some of these chalks. Now, these are Pebbles chalks, and they're in really beautiful dual colours. So I know that you'll probably steal them later for eyeshadow, because I have given them a go myself.
I don't know what you think of me, Corinne.
You can chalk onto the flock, just randomly.
So it does work on the
It
floor?
will work on flock, yeah. If you give it a quick flick just to get the excess off, it will discolour it.
Would it work on glitter?
Do you want me to try it on your
I would
favourite
like
piece?
you
I'll
to
tell you what, I'll
try.
try it on this piece, because this isn't
Okay.
your favourite piece.
I'm just curious to see the effect. Oh, it does.
Let's see if it will stay. Yeah, it will stay on there.
I really think that looks
So
really
you can
pretty.
colour it up like that. There's
Now-
all sorts of things that you can do
You
just
did
to get
ask
a
me to
distressed
bring
effect.
an emery board to this
Oh,
demonstration.
yes, I was going
I'm
to
not
say with
quite
the emery
sure
board,
why.
what you can do with the emery board is you can sand down your paper. Where's that tag that I just gave you? Let's just quickly put this over a chipboard tag because you need
Just
some...
to give it a backing.
Yeah, let's just a quick bit of glue. This is going to be very quick. If you cover your tag, that's one I made earlier, as you can see. If you cover your tag and then you get your emery board and you can have a real good scrap at it and it will take the surface of the paper off.
Fantastic.
And then what you can do is you can again get your colour chalks, dab it in there. Fingertips are great for rubbing in. And again, once it's dry, you can scrape a bit more off to get a real distressed look to it.
Brilliant.
Best thing is just really to play around with scraps and papers and inks that you've got at home till you get a result that you like.
Well, that one looks great. Thanks,
And it's
Corinne.
really messy.
Which is all good fun.
Yeah.
That's all we've got time for here today, but once you've read your magazine and made lots of lovely things from the kit, do come along to www.letsmakecards.com to post pictures of them on the forum and to enter all the great competitions. See you there.